Hi, I'm Andrew. Thank you for joining me in this quarantine yoga. I hope you enjoy.
So we're going to go ahead and get started in child's pose. So bringing your knees about mat width distance, big toes together, resting the hips on the heels, and just extending your arms out in front of you and surrendering your torso in between your thighs as you just breathe through with those fingertips. On your inhale and then exhale, just release your head down. Surrender your heart center to the mat. And then just take this moment here to just sink into the child's pose. At first, it may be pretty tense or tight for you, but just give yourselves this moment to just use the breath and melt into the pose. On every exhale, feel your heart center melt and surrender. Feel the space between your eyebrows, just give weight and rest on the mat. When you inhale, visualize that breath going all throughout your body to every corner of the body. We're at home a lot more, so maybe a certain part of your body may be more tense than the other. If you're sitting a lot more during the day, just visualize that breath traveling to your hips. If you're typing more throughout the day, visualize the breath traveling to the wrists. Standing more, visualize the breath traveling to your feet and your legs as you just relax everything. As you exhale, taking this moment to relax your body, relax the mind, and relax the breath. Maybe reflecting on things, what we're thankful for, what we appreciate, and what we have right now. And just focusing on the positives, kind of getting your mind out of this whole negative mindset. There's clearly a lot of that energy going on around us. So just thinking about the positives here, thinking about things you appreciate, whatever that is for you. Just breathe. Taking these long, deep inhales slowly in through the nose. And long exhales slowly out the nose. You just keep surrendering more and more. Thoughts are rushing through your mind, just push them off to the side as if they're a cloud passing by. As you get hung up in them. This next hour, you're here for yourself. No one else. Nothing else matters besides you, your yoga mat. Just breathe and surrender. Inhaling through the nose, feel that torso expand with breath. The top of the inhale, just take an extra sip of breath in once more. And then slowly exhale out through the nose. Breathing in. Fill up your lungs with breath. Take that extra sip of breath at the top. And then exhale. Breathing out. Surrendering. Pushing out that last bit of breath that might be sitting at the bottom of the lung. Breathing in, taking that long, long, deep exhale. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Take this moment here to set that positive intention. Repeat that positive mantra in your head, whatever that is for you. Come back to this mantra, come back to this intention throughout the practice if you need to. Whenever you're ready, on your next inhale, we're just going to engage the arms. So lifting those forearms off the mat, lengthen through those fingertips, lift the head up slightly, gaze in between the hands. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, we're going to shift our body forward, press into the palms, lift the hips off the heels. Round the spine, separate those shoulder blades, drop the head as you shift the body forward. Take a breath in at the top, and then when you breathe out, drop the hips forward, peel the toes and shins off the mat, elbows in towards the ribcage, tilt your head back. Inhale in. And then exhale, pushing back slightly, taking our time to round our spine back into that child's pose, pressing into the palms. And then surrendering back to child's pose, resting that third eye on the mat. Breathing in, gaze forward, lift the head, engage the arms. As you breathe out, shift the hips forward, round the spine, drop the head, peel the tops of the feet and shins off the mat. And then inhale, gaze up. Tilt the head back, elbows in, open up the heart center. And exhale, round the spine back, shifting back into that child's pose. Letting go. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, lift the hips up, round the spine, shift forward. And then breathe in, tilt the head back, lift the shins and hips. Sorry, not hips. Tops of the feet. And then breathe out, round back into that child's pose. From here, we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. So back towards the knees. We're going to tuck the toes. So coming to sit on the heels. As always, one of my favorite stretches, but actually I have so many favorite stretches. But it's so uncomfortable because it's just, we need this. We have so much of that fascia and a lot of tense muscles in our feet. So we're going to sit on the heels. We're going to stretch out the muscles in our feet. We're tucking the toes. I always like to take my hands and tuck my baby toe in, the pinky toe. Some of us might be fine, but just make sure all toes are tucked. We're going to be sitting nice and tall, spine nice and long. Weight is on the heels. If this is too painful, you can always just untuck the toes or just shift the weight forward a little bit if you need to. We're just going to breathe here for a few moments. Just let the feet stretch. Let out all that tension we might have there. Don't get caught up on the way this feels. Just focus on the breath. Our brain might trick us and get us really caught up on the way this feels, especially since this is a very deep stretch in our feet, which we don't stretch too much, but just focus on the breath. Maybe visualize that breath traveling there. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to interlace the fingertips. We're going to bring the hands, open the palms, wing out the elbows to the side. Press the chin down as you press, when your palms are facing down, your elbows are winging up, you're going to press your chin down. As we inhale, we're going to lift the hips off the heels. Bring the elbows together, palms together, tilt your head back. Breathe in. And then as we breathe out, bring the hips down to the heels, open up the arms, press your chin down slightly, wing out those elbows. Good. Inhale, lift the hips, elbows together, palms together, tilt the head back. Exhale, lower those hips, push the chin down slightly, open up the elbows. Inhale, lift, roll the head back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Nice. From here, we're going to shift forward into a table pose. Untuck those toes. Tap out the feet if you need to. Coming back to stillness. Bring your knees a little bit closer together if you have that, like if they were wider from child's pose. So knees will be about hip-width distance apart. That's usually just 4 to 6 inches. Grounding down within the palms. We're going to inhale, tuck the toes, arch the lower spine, shoulder blades together, gaze up. Exhale, untuck the toes, round the spine, drop the head, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, arching the lower spine, shoulder blades together, look up. Exhale, rounding, dropping the head, and tucking the toes. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Coming back to center. Shifting our body forward, keeping the toes tucked, elbows in towards your ribcage, modified chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, shift forward, solidify those palms like a snake, untuck the toes, rise up to a cobra or baby cobra, whatever you prefer. And whatever cobra you are in, make sure the elbows are not winging out. Make sure the elbows are in towards your side, shoulder blades down the spine, engaging your quads. So make sure those kneecaps lift. They will lift when you engage the quads. I'm going to stay here for a little bit and just breathe. Engaging the lower back muscles. Thighs are separated, yet you're still kind of like visualizing them hugging together. Heart center open. And we're just breathing here. Another great pose if you're sitting all day in a chair and rounding our spine a lot. This is the opposite of rounding the spine. We're giving ourselves a nice deep back bend, which our backs might definitely need. Still holding here, inhaling and exhaling, releasing your forehead down, tucking the toes, pushing back into a child's pose. And exhale and release into our child. As always, as I always say, if you need to come to a rest, child's pose is always an awesome option. Downward dog, Tadasana, Shavasana, whatever you need to do to just rest and come back to the breath. The breath is the most important part of our practice. We don't want to hold our breath at all. We will literally just lose our whole touch with our practice. It'll only become more challenging. So just maybe remind yourself to breathe as much as you can. Whenever you're ready, we're going to breathe in, shift forward, lift those hips, bring the knees back closer together to our table pose. From table pose, shift forward, modified chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Or cobra. Exhale, release that forehead down. Engaging the palms by your heart center, right by your side, by the sides of your chest. We're going to tuck the toes, engage the palms, engage the core. From here, we're going to push up into a high plank. So whenever you're ready, inhale. You can do this with your knees and then taking your time to come up, modify if you need to. So here, your heels are pushing back. Your core is engaged. Fingertips separated, slightly gripping the mat. Shoulder blades down the spine, lifting in our heart center. Neck is nice and strong, and we're breathing. Taking this time to focus, maybe close your eyes here, and just visualize your body. Visualize the stress leaving. We're connecting this breath with that body. Inhaling, and as we exhale, push back into a downward facing dog. Lengthening that back, keeping the back nice and straight, bending those knees if you need to, gazing between the toes, Pedal out the dog if you would like to open up the hamstrings. Just taking those long, deep breaths. You can pedal nice and fast, you can pedal nice and slow, whatever feels good, whatever feels that organic movement for your body. You know your body way more than anyone else, so if something feels really good for you, go ahead and give that to yourself. You deserve it, 100%. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up for a three-legged downward facing dog. Then we're going to come high up on the ball of that left foot. So the right leg is nice and long, high up on the ball of the left foot. Inhale, exhale, press that left heel down. Inhale, come high up on the ball of the left foot. Exhale, press the left heel down. Inhale, high up on the ball of the left foot, and exhale, press the left heel down, shift that body forward, drop the left knee if you need to, bring that right knee to heart center, and then go ahead and place that right foot in between the hands. From here, finding your strength, taking your time, we're just going to stay here in a low lunge first. If you need to drop, we're going to keep that left knee off the mat, but if you need to drop the left knee down, go ahead and do so. We're going to try our best to keep the left knee off. Breathing here. Inhale, and when you're ready, get light on the fingertips. Tips of the fingers touching the mat. Lengthen that spine, gazing forward. Still staying low. Still hugging that thigh in towards our body. And whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and slowly lift up. From here, taking your time, reaching those arms up, and then our exhale, use that breath to settle into the pose. We're just staying breathing here for a little bit. Right hip is shifting back as that left hip shifts forward. We're not opening up the hips here. We're trying to keep them directed forward as much as we can. If you would like to, you could interlace your fingertips at the top. Maybe give yourself a back bend here. Open up the heart center. Nice, breathing in. And as we breathe out, bring your palms together down at heart center, torso back to center. We're going to shift the torso forward, hover close to that right thigh. We're going to take that left elbow on the outside of the right thigh, and then twist at the spine. Gazing up towards the corner of the room. Right shoulder is away from the ear. You can stay here, open up the arms. You stay here, take that right hand and bind it back behind you, as long as you keep the right shoulder away from the ear. Inhaling, lift that right arm up. Exhale, bring your palms together. Coming back to center, high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive down, frame that right foot with your hands. We're going to first we're going to frame that foot, and then we're going to bring that right hand on the inside of the right foot. Walk that right foot to the edge of the mat. We're preparing for a gecko pose. If you feel a deep stretch in your hips already here, then just stay. If you would like to lower the left knee down, you could always do so. If not, we're going to lower those forearms down. Engage the core and just breathe here. You could peel the sole of the right foot off the mat if you would like to, dropping that right knee to open up the hip a little more if you would like. Not forcing anything, just breathing. Engage your entire body and sending the breath all throughout the body, to the tips of the toes, to your fingertips, the crown of your head. Letting go all that stress we may have built up in the body from wherever you got it. Inhaling as we exhale, if you're on your forearms, press up to the palms. We're going to walk that right foot back to the center, framing with our hands. And then we're going to inhale, kick that right leg back, bend that right knee, open up your hip. And then exhale, release that right foot next to the left, downward facing dog. From down dog, we're going to breathe in, shift that body forward to a high plank. As always, you could always modify this flow if you need to drop the knees. And then as we breathe out, elbows towards the rib cage, chaturanga down, hold at the bottom, inhale, untuck the toes, push up into an upward facing dog, or if you want to do a downward, cobra pose, you can always do so. And then shift back to that downward facing dog. And breathing here, pedal out the dog if you need to. Take that moment. From here, as we inhale, we're going to lift that left leg up. Three-legged downward facing dog. Whenever you're ready, come on the ball of that right foot. Lift, press up, inhale. Exhale, press the right heel down. Inhale, come high up on the ball of the right foot. Exhale, press the right heel down. Inhale, coming up high on the right foot. Exhale, press it down, shift the body forward, the left knee to the heart center, and then release that left foot in between the hands. And just holding here for a low lunge, still hugging our body in towards that median line, keeping the spine nice and long. Torso is about either on top of the left thigh or a little bit on the inside of the left thigh, just not totally collapsing. Whenever you're ready to get light on those fingertips, maybe come the tips of your fingertips onto the mat. Feeling the muscle build up. Maybe feeling a little bit of burn, but it's all good. Whenever you're ready on our inhale, we're going to rise up. Taking that time, reach the arms up. And then as we exhale, settle into the pose. Keeping the back heel off the mat. Hips are facing forward, torso is forward. Nice. From here, interlace the fingertips, lengthen the side body as you breathe in, and then breathe out. Give yourself a back bend if that feels good for you. Breathing in, coming back to center. Bring your hands down towards your heart center. Palms together. We're going to shift the body forward, lightly just floating over that left thigh. Inhale, and as we exhale, go ahead and take that right elbow on the outside of the left thigh, palms pressing into each other. Nice. From here, you can stay with your palms together or open up your arms. From here, you can stay with your arms open and bring that left palm, that left arm back behind you, coming into a bind, left shoulder away from the left ear. Breathe. Whenever you're ready, inhale, reach that left arm up. Exhale, bring your palms together. Come back to center. High lunge. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, dive down. Bring your hands to frame the left foot. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, take that left foot to the edge of the mat. Bring both hands to the center, close to the center. Lengthen here in the spine. Once again, we could stay here. If you could drop that back knee down and untuck the toes, you could always do so. Or if you want, you can keep those toes tucked and back knee lifted. You could also peel the sole of the left foot off the mat, opening up that left hip, not forcing anything. And then slowly descending down, bringing the forearms into mat. And breathing here. Once again, using this breath to guide us. Sending that breath everywhere. Not getting caught up on the sensation our brain might want us to. But when we stop paying attention to it, it stops bothering us. So don't focus on anything that might feel uncomfortable. Unless it's pain. If it's pain, then back off. Inhaling. And as we exhale, Press up into your palms. Bring the sole of the left foot down. We're going to walk that left foot back in between the hands. And then kick that left leg back. Bend that left knee. Open up your hip. Let it all out. Breathe in and breathe out. Release that left foot down to a downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out the feet if you would like to. Lengthening the spine. Inhaling, and as we exhale, we're going to slowly, if you want to step hop, jump your feet to the front of the mat and come into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Here in Uttanasana, never locking the knees, just surrender the top half of the body over the lower half. You could hug your elbows here. You could rock from right to left and just let it go. Our feet have us grounded. Our top half is surrendering. If you're hugging the elbows, release. We're going to inhale Ardha Uttanasana, so a halfway lift, flatten in the back, gazing forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Slightly bend the knees. Inhale, reverse Swan Dive up. Exhale, palms go to the top. Give yourself a back bend. And bring your hands down to heart center. Tadasana. Finding your ground, picking up each toe and planting them down to really feel the earth beneath you. Engaging your entire body, lifting the core, opening up the heart center. Just breathing here. Remind yourself how strong and powerful you are. From here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Lengthen in the body. Exhale, shift back into Utkatasana chair pose. So we're going to bend the knees, shift the hips back, arms nice and long, sending the hips back. You should be able to look down at the toes if we don't want to shift that weight forward. You should also be able to pick up the toes. Kind of hugging those, keeping the inner thighs separated slightly, but also bringing the thighs inward. So bringing them in, engaging the core, keeping the neck nice and strong. Inhale, and then as we exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to shift the body weight forward now, this time onto the toes, keeping the knees bent, and then coming down for a toe squat. So lowering the hips down the heels. Good. Breathing here. And whenever you're ready, as we inhale, push up slowly. And come up high on the tippy toes. Reach the arms up. And then as we exhale, lower the heels down. Shift back into Utkatasana chair pose. Pick up the toes, send the weight back towards the heels. Internally rotate those thighs. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I didn't think of what I was saying. Breathe in, and as we breathe out, hands to heart center. This time, shifting the weight forward onto the toes or the balls of the feet, and then lower the hips down for a toe squat. Breathing here. Good. Inhale, slowly lift. Come high up on the toes. Reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the heels, swan dive down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is nice and long, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Ground the palms down, step your left foot back, and then step your right foot back into a high plank. Inhale. Exhale, push forward, elbows towards your rib cage, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here, breathing all the time. Pedal out the dog if you need to. From here, breathe in, lift the right leg up. Three-legged downward facing dog. And then as we breathe out, shift forward, bring the right knee towards the right elbow, hover off the mat. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, shift forward, right knee towards the left elbow. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, right knee towards heart center. Bring the right foot in between the feet. Whenever you're ready, we're going to drop that left heel down on the mat and then cartwheel to both those hands up, coming into warrior two. Nice. Lengthening through those fingertips, gazing over the right fingertips, shifting the torso back slightly. Right knee is opening up, not caving in. Lifting the core. Sending that energy out the back edge of that left foot. And breathing here. Inhale. As we exhale, reach those fingertips forward. Exalt that warrior. Reach that right arm up. Drop that left hand. Lengthen that right side body. Gaze up. Inhaling. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exalt the warrior. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to lengthen that front leg, straightening both legs. Shorten your stance if you need to. Shift that body forward. The hips come back. Reaching forward with your fingertips. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. And then go ahead and release that right hand down. If you have a block, you could bring it onto a block. Or if you want, bring it on the inside of that right foot. Reach up with that left hand. Gaze forward or gaze up for Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Keeping our body lifted here, keeping the neck engaged, and keeping that heart center open. So as if someone's giving you a high five with that left hand, and they keep pushing that left hand back very slightly just to really open up the heart center. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring that left hand down on the outside of that right shin, right ankle, right foot. If you have that block here, go ahead and use that. And then inhale, reach that right arm up. Just wringing out that muscle, the muscles that run up the spine, wringing out those toxins that may be in your body, opening up your heart center, keeping both legs nice and long. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale, release that right hand down, framing that right foot. We're going to step the left foot forward a little bit, and then come into pyramid pose. So bring that left heel down, right leg nice and long, and just surrender over that right leg. So we shorten our stance a little bit. We want both toes facing forward. We want the hips to face forward here. And we want the legs nice, long, and engaged. If we can't bring our hands to the floor, you could use a block, so you can keep your hands on the shins or even on the hips. And then just surrender the upper body over that right leg. This is a deep stretch in the hamstrings. Just breathe. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bend that right knee. Come the ball, left foot, maybe we'll go left foot back a little bit. Then we go ahead and kick that right leg back. Bend that right knee, open up the hip. You can stay here or flip your dog, looking underneath the left armpit, see where the sole of the right foot drops behind you. Reach that right arm up and open up the heart center as you inhale. And then exhale. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring that right hand back down. Lift the right leg, three-legged downward facing dog. And then release the right foot down, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, shift forward into a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga down, elbows towards the rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pressing the heels down. Inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, shift forward, left knee to left elbow, hover off the mat. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, shift forward, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, left knee to heart center. Place that left foot in between the hands. Whenever you're ready, we're going to drop that back heel down and then cartwheel those arms up, coming to a warrior two. Face this way. Once again, keeping that core lifted, energy coming out the back edge, the knife edge of the back foot. Having the same amount of weight and same amount of energy coming out of both soles of the feet. Gazing over the right fingertips. We're going to inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, exalt that warrior, lengthen that left side body. Inhale and exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exalt. Lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Settle in. Inhale, exalt the warrior. And then exhale, settle in here, holding here in that exalted warrior. Breathe in and breathe out, warrior two. Inhaling as we exhale, lengthen that front leg. Shorten the stance if you need to a little bit. We're going to reach those left fingertips forward. Keep reaching them, keep reaching them, keep reaching them. And then bring that left hand down onto the floor, your leg, or a block. And then open up with that right arm, heart center open, neck nice and long, neck nice and strong as well. Inhaling. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that right hand down. Right hand's going to come on the outside of the right ankle, shin, maybe even thigh or foot. Onto a block if you need to. And we're going to reach that left arm up, keeping both legs nice and long. Breathing here. Vaulting our Trikonasana. Inhale and exhale, release that left hand down. Framing that left leg, we're going to shorten our stance. Bring that right foot in a few inches. Toes facing forward, right heel down. Hips will shift forward. You can come up and lift the torso for a little bit to lengthen the spine as you inhale. And then exhale, surrender over that left leg. Coming into our pyramid pose. Heels should be touching the mat. Right hip is pushing forward, the left hip shifts back. If your hands can't reach the floor, you could use blocks or books or whatever you have. You keep your hands on your shins, thighs, or hips, wherever you're at, wherever feels good for you. And then just surrender that upper body over the lower half. Breathing deep into the hamstrings. Inhaling, and as we exhale, come into the ball of that right foot, wiggle that right foot back a little bit, bend the left knee, and then bring that left leg back into a three-legged downward facing dog. Bend that left knee, open up the hip. You can stay here or flip the dog, reaching that left arm up, shining your heart center. Inhale. And exhale, bring that left hand back towards the mat. Lift that left leg up. Inhale, exhale, release the left foot down. Shift that body forward into a high plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in as we breathe out, shift the body forward, high plank, inhale. Exhale, elbows towards the ribcage, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathing, pressing the heels down. Connecting back with the breath if we may have lost it. Pedal out the dog if you need to. Send the energy out through the palms, through the back of the heels. Inhale. And as we exhale, bring the knees down to the mat, coming into a table pose. Untucking the toes. And from here, inhale, shift forward. Coming in to our dancing line, drop the hips over towards the right, towards the heels, to the left. And just breathing. This is an awesome way to warm up our body. At the same time, dancing line is also a great way of cooling down the body. So just take this moment to connect with the breath and connect with your body. Close your eyes. Just visualize your body getting the resources it needs from the oxygen that we're bringing into our body. Bending the elbows, dropping the head if you need to. Whenever you're ready, whenever you get back to the top, just reverse that direction and go the opposite way. Creating those circles with the hips, doing this organic flow, whatever feels good for you here. And breathing. Going around once more. And coming back to center, table pose. So just like to prepare for a frog pose. So here, I'm not too sure what the floor is. I like to go the wide end of the mat, because we're going to widen the knees. Now, if you have I don't know how thick the yoga mat is, but if you have hardwood floor, you might need to roll up the yoga mat if your knees are pretty sensitive. Maybe fold it once or twice. We're going to shift forward into our table pose. And then we're going to widen the knees, coming on the inside of the knees almost. The feet will be flexed. However, if keeping your feet flexed like this is challenging for you, eventually you want to get to the point where your feet are flexed. You can always point the toes if this is really uncomfortable for you. Now from here, we want to make sure our hips are going to be shifting back. Our body might fight for us to shift the hips forward. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep shifting the weight back. And our knees are slowly going to widen more and more, as if like we're frog legs. We're creating that frog leg sensation. Now, if you're already feeling it here with your palms on the mat, that's fine. Stay here. But if you would like to, go ahead and bring the forearms down to the mat. And breathe here. So most importantly, we're shifting that weight back. Remind yourself to shift the weight back every now and then, because our body's going to keep trying to shift it forward. We're going to be breathing into the hip area. This is a very deep hip stretch. So breathing anywhere you need to send that breath. The arms will be parallel. Forearms are going to be parallel with each other. Fingertips still engaged. So I'm going to keep reminding you to shift the weight back in the hips. Nothing too aggressively, just lightly. You should feel the sensation. Every breath, your knees may be opening more and more. We might be going a little deeper as they open. Just keep sending that weight back. And breathe. If you want, you could come into your upper body, you could come to downward facing dog type body shape. So lengthen the arms out in front of you. And just press back. That's extremely deep, so please be careful. So keep your arms nice and long, press the heart center towards the mat as you shift the weight back. On your forearms, just fine as well. A few more breaths. Inhale, and as we exhale, now go ahead and shift that weight forward. Come onto your hips, bend the knees, forehead down to the mat. Bring the knees together and rock your knees from right to left as if they're windshield wipers. Sigh out here, let it out. Bring your legs back to stillness. You can find your way back to your mat, laying down on your back. We're going to bring the left leg nice and long. We're going to inhale, hug that right knee in. And just breathe here. So your left leg will be nice and long. The right knee, you're hugging it in. Sending the breath to the hips. Releasing any bit of tension that might be in the hips. Even though we probably got rid of all that tension in a gecko pose or a frog pose. From here, we're going to bend that left knee. Place that right ankle on top of that left thigh. We're going to thread our arms so the right hand will go in between the legs, the left hand on the outside, grabbing underneath the left thigh or the shin. Inhale, and then as we exhale, hug that left knee in, right ankle on top of the left thigh. Use that right elbow to slightly press into the thigh, open up the hip more. You can keep your head rested, and then maybe rock from right to left here, releasing any tension that may be in the sacroiliac joint. This is great. If you have any lower back problems, it releases so much tension back there. Breathing. If you want, you could also lengthen the left leg up, creating that figure four. Inhaling and exhaling. Bend that left knee, hug it in. And then release the left foot down on the mat. Keep that left knee bent. We're going to hug the right knee in. Inhale. And then exhale, release that right leg down, lengthen that right leg. Inhale, hug the left knee in, and exhale, breathe. From here, we're going to bend the right knee. Bring the sole of the right foot on the mat. Left ankle on the right thigh. You're going to thread your arm. Left arm is going to thread through between the legs. Right arm on the outside of the right thigh. Grab underneath the right thigh or on top of the right chin. Inhale, and as you exhale, hug that right thigh in towards your body. Lightly using that left elbow if you can to open up that left hip by pressing into the left hip. Keeping the head relaxed. And maybe rocking the body from right to left here. From here, you can lengthen the right leg, flexing the right foot. And then bending the right knee. Inhale and exhale. Release that right foot down. Release the left foot down. Feet, soles of the feet are onto the mat. Widen the stance for your feet about mat-width distance. Bring your arms out to a T with your palms facing down. Inhale. As we exhale, drop your knees over towards the right. Bring your head over towards the left. And surrender here. Close your eyes and just let gravity do the work. Whenever you're ready, lift the knees, bring the head to center. Inhale, and then as we exhale, drop the knees over toward the left. Bring your head over towards the right. Inhaling and exhale, knees and head to center. We're going to inhale, hug everything in, curl up into a tight ball. Lift the head, knees coming into the forehead. Breathe in as you inhale, tense everything up. And then on your exhale, sigh out the mouth. Releasing, coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Lengthening the arms, lengthening the legs, palms facing up, accepting from the universe, closing the eyes, surrendering everything. In Shavasana, one of the most important things is that we remain still, not only physically, but mentally. So just focusing on your breath here as you inhale and exhale. Let everything go, let all that tension go that might be built up in your body, if you have any left. Relaxing everything from your feet to your legs, to your hips, arms and heart center. Just let them melt. To your facial muscles and scalp. Let it all go. You just breathe and surrender. Whenever you're ready, wiggle your fingertips and toes. Drop your head to one side, and then drop your head to the other. And then bring your head back to center. Inhale, give yourself a good morning stretch. And then as you exhale, bring the knees in, hug them in, rock your body from right to left. And then drop the knees into one side, curling into a fetal pose. Taking a moment here to thank yourself and to thank your body. From here, press into your left palm, taking your time to come up to Sukhasana, a comfortable seated pose. Give yourself a moment here. Breathing in, lifting the arms up. And breathing out, bringing the hands to heart center. Light in me honors the light in all of you. I appreciate you guys being here this evening. Always great practicing yoga, just getting our mind off whatever it needs to be get off. Thank you so much. Awesome job. Namaste.